Good morning, everybody. It's been a long time. I haven't really got many excuses. I think I haven't been motivated. I've been busy in the sun, and a lot's been happening. I've just realised I've pulled myself out of another drama triangle. For people that don't know what that is, it's like victim, rescue, persecutor cycle with friends, and I've just realised that I've done that again, and I've pulled myself out of that. It's still very hard um, to realise what you're doing, but hopefully one day I'll stop doing it, and maybe I won't, but maybe I will. I will stop. I will try. One of the theories that I did learn from people, not myself because I'm too lazy to have therapy, is it's like you're walking down the pavement and you fall into this big hole and you're just stuck there and you shout for help and you can't get out. And then somebody pulls you out and you set off down the road. And then the next time you walk down the same street and you fall into the same hole, but this time you can climb out yourself. You don't need any help. You've done it. You can do this. You're independent. But finally, eventually, you walk down the same street and you walk around the hole. So, that's a good sign of healing. So, I still haven't learned to walk around the hole. I kind of have a lot of self-awareness, but next time I'm going to walk around the hole. It can all remind me of that. If you'd like me to talk more about those kinds of things, not as a therapist, as what I call a healer. I am healing myself constantly, and I suppose I do look on helping people as healing them. So I am good at that. Even if it doesn't work out for me, I am good at healing. Well, anyway, today is going to be really exciting. This is what we've been building up to. We've been building up to reading, communication, talking to spirit, getting spirits feeding back. So today we're going to start with flowers. We're going to be using objects to talk to spirit. I suppose it's kind of like psychometry, but psychometry is reading something personal of someone's and looking into them. I've also been looking into the book Transurfing, I think it's called, where you're looking at multiple universes. No, parallel universes. That's what I've been looking at. So I've been reading that. That's quite mind opening as well. So today, gone off piste a bit. Today we're going to look at the flowers, how to read flowers. It's well known that we can use objects to communicate with spirit, and my theory of that is that while we are concentrated, whether it's cards or ribbons or crystal ball, while our mind is concentrated on this thing, it allows a little space in our mind for spirit to come in and communicate with us. And this is why writing is such a good form of allowing spirit to speak through you, as is any form of creative energy, because while you're focused on that, this is where you get inspiration from. This is where spirit can find that space in your mind that isn't filled up with everyday things and start communicating with us. So as I say, we're on chapter 19 today. This is section 3 of my book. We've worked through all of the what do you call it? Not practical. We've worked through all of the written stuff, all of the I can't find my words. I think I'm not well. I think we've worked through all of the non-physical work. Oh my God, I need help. Now we're doing the practical issues. We're going to do flowers, crystal balls. We're going to do pendulums. We're going to look at crystals, how to work with the crystals and everything. Of course, we're going to look at ribbon reading, which is one of the oldest forms of communicating with spirit. We're going to look at reading photographs and how to meditate with candles. So this is for me the really exciting part of spiritualism. This is the communication, and I want communication. I do all the theory things first because I want you all to be competent. I want you all to be accurate. I want you all to have a really strong communication with the spirit world. Not you know, grandma's in spirit and she used to bake cakes, or granddad's in spirit and he liked growing his own veg. You know, I was taught, when I was taught, I had a list I had to go through and had to ask questions like, what hospital were they in? What medication were they on? Did they have pets? How many grandchildren did they have? And we'd have this list, and I'd have to go check off all these, talk to spirit and check off all these questions for the person that I was giving it to. So I learned to be an evidential medium, which is the way I wanted to communicate with spirit. But sometimes I do think I do need a little bit more heart instead of working down my list. But nobody's perfect. I'm going off piste again. I found out one of my friends had died yesterday. I hadn't seen her for a long time. We were very close. And then she met someone, and then lives diverge, don't they? So that was quite sad and very unexpected. I'm very sad for her. You know, when somebody just absolutely gets their life together and is moving on and everything's going right. And then and apparently she crossed over. I don't have all the information yet, so I am really not focused today. I'm going to try and continue with this chapter on how to read flowers, and then I was hoping to do a lot today. I think I might have to stop. I'm starting to itch again. This is spirit drawing close. This is spirit energy making me aware of they're drawing close to me now, so I better start working with them. Okay, chapter 19, flowers and the spirit world. Many people love flowers. They reflect our personality. Some are bedding for those who enjoy the moment or live in the moment. Perennials for cautious people who like to be organised, you know, throughout the year. Roses maybe for the romantics. I remember the days everybody had a rose garden, didn't they? My granddad did, my dad did, and rose gardens were always a thing. Evergreens, if you're practical like me, I do like things that low maintenance. But also they can remind us of the cycle of life: birth, death, regeneration. So we're going to look at the spiritual power of flowers here. Hang on. I would love to give out handouts. I don't know whether I'll do that via my email. If somebody wants to contact me, let me know how to do that. That would be lovely. Flowers reflect our personality in many ways and are used to symbolise many things. The colour of a flower may be significant. The timing of when they are in flower may indicate a significant date or memory. Our loved ones, they want to send us signs of their presence and awareness. They also want to bring you joy and beauty. What could bring more joy than unexpectedly sending you a scent or sight of your favourite flower? And spirit again, I think they've been waiting for me, haven't they? I haven't YouTube for so long. I think they've been waiting for me to come back and say, excuse me. Imagine your own favourite flowers and how you would interpret your own connection or memory to them. And then consider for a moment your loved one's connections and emotions associated to their favourite flowers. Keep a lookout for a gift of flowers from spirit. They may appear on a card you receive or in a programme you're watching. Someone may mention it in your presence. You may even notice the scent of this specific flower. However, a sign appears, take note that your loved ones are drawing close. So if your mother, father or grandmother had a favourite flower, the chances are you'll begin to see and smell the scent of these flowers. They pop into our awareness and we least expect it. So be seeing these flowers are not necessarily clairvoyant seeing. I mean, you may start noticing them on your walks or when you're passing things, and they just seem to be in random places, these favourite flowers, to remind you that your loved ones are close. Oh, excuse me. This is spirit driving me crazy. I'm sorry, I will do it more often. Right. They may appear on a card you receive or in a program you're watching. Someone may mention this flower in your presence. You may even notice the scent of your flower, of your favourite flower. However a sign appears, take note that your loved ones are drawing close. If any of your loved ones had a favourite flower, take note if that appears. If you do not have a favourite flower or cannot remember a favourite, if you cannot remember a favourite flower of your loved ones, then that's okay. Don't worry, they'll make themselves known in other ways. They will maybe have memories of birthday flowers, or your flowers may appear on a card, or even a Christmas tree, anything that associates with a memory for them. So bulb flowers and early spring flowers are a representation of renewal and a potent symbol of rebirth and regeneration. So maybe somebody will be healing, maybe somebody may be actually pregnant or just giving birth. So they represent this renewal. They can be a symbol of eternal joy, love and happiness, reminding you that your loved ones are always with you, even if not always visible in the physical sense. Spiritual flowers are used to represent the divine spirit. Lilies are often sent by your deceased loved ones as a sign of their presence. These flowers represent the eternal connection between yourself, your loved ones and the divine. The iris also represents the link between you and spirit. The sunflower as well, that's a well-known spiritual flower. I think it's a symbol of the Spiritualist National Union. So you'll find a sunflower in many of their churches, either images of or the vases of the sunflowers. So white and yellow flowers are colours that embody both happiness and joy, pure love, eternal life and connection with spirit. Yellow symbolises hope, new beginnings and joy. White symbolises purity, clarity and oneness with spirit. Pink flowers signify love, compassion and grace, which is always the energy from your loved ones in spirit. Often the pink flowers used as a sign from your loved one will be roses. Flower signs are unique from other symbols of communication as they can come to you via physical presence or fragrance. Ask for a floral sign from your guide or select someone in spirit that you know personally and then decide what type of floral sign you would like to see from them. Your favourite flowers, their favourite flower, a spiritual universal flower. The more specific you are with the sign you want them to send you, the more precise your loved one can be when sending it and the more evidence you will get from having your request acknowledged from them. Okay, so let's say we've got a flower. I don't think I've got a flower in the house. Hang on a minute. So I've just been out in the garden and picked some flowers because showing is always better than telling. So I picked pink. I think pink reflects how I feel today. I need some love from everyone. Send me some love. Feeling quite sorry for myself. And I did have some healthy roses, but I wanted to pick this one to show you how we read them. So this is something, this one's actually fragrant. So this is something that represents something coming to the end, something that's finished its term. But it might also suggest something that will regrow next year. So something might be over for the moment, but maybe coming back. This one's got a short stem on it, so whatever it was very short-lived. You get long-stemmed if it was a long-stem roses, I would say that's been happening for quite a long time in the life. The short stem indicates this was quite a short-lived emotional situation, whatever you've been going through. So you can see that if you look at, you have to look at it all, and you've got the little bit of dark pinks, and you've got the little bit of the dark pinks in there, and you've got a little bit of the dying, a little bit of the waste here going on. So and then you've got the inside. My brain's gone. Not good at the best of time. So anyway, I think he's got a little bit of a green fly on it there as well. He's got a green fly, so there's life on it as well. You can see that. No, falling apart, and the green flies just fell on the floor. So it's a really good example of, I suppose, how I'm feeling about life at the moment. I'm feeling quite unloved because I'm just coming out of the drama triangle. I don't feel that this situation is quite over yet, because you know there's still a lot going on in there, so there'll be more to learn and more to see. I haven't got out of this situation yet. The fact that it's a short stem, as I said before, that means that this is going to be over quite quickly, but it's not quite finished with yet. There's more pale pink than dark pink on it, so this suggests that it's not a deep love relationship. It would suggest more of a friendship, which it is. That's going wrong. So of course you've got the season as well. So you've got the summer. It's a summer flower. It blossoms in the summer. So so that could reflect. It reflects me, but it could reflect whoever you're reading this for. That someone prefers the summer to the winter. Because I'm definitely a summer bunny. I do not like the winter. I have all those daylight bulbs all over the house, so keeps the house lit up, drives people crazy. I think that's my job. Okay, so we have to look at the colour, size, shape, stem size, long or short. It's quite a thick stem, so you know it was quite an in-depth relationship, if a short one. These can all be used. A long stem may indicate a long relationship, or that it had to wait longer to achieve something. A short stem may suggest an event or an anniversary close by, as well as a short-term love or affection, or whatever it is. A thick stem may indicate strength and unity, while a thin stem may represent a need to build something significantly stronger. I think as far as my love life goes, yes, I do definitely need to build some stronger friendships, relationships. If it is flowering, it may signify that a potential has been reached, and I think we can definitely say that the potential has been reached for this relationship or this friendship. It's reached its peak, and now it's going back into the earth. So if it has buds, it may signify a look to the future. Lots of buds may mean lots of changes and growth. If a flower is fading, it may be time to let go of something. Definitely let go of this flipping drama triangle thing. A tiny flower may suggest it is time to look carefully at the small stuff. A large flower may indicate a sign it is time to enjoy success, a pinnacle reach. And I think this is talking about when somebody gives you a flower. You can read for yourself when you pick them. I kind of know why I picked mine, because friendships are fading, and I did hear a friend of mine had passed over, not yesterday, heard yesterday, and passed the day before. So subconsciously we pick things that are on our mind, and while there was love for her, it wasn't like a strong emotional love. I haven't seen her for a while, but it still hurts that she's not here. So subconsciously I picked this one, and I think it reflects where I am and my feelings and the moving on and the changing of love and things like that for me. So so this is something you can really easily do for someone at home. You can do it for a friend if they're not there. You can go out, think about them, choose something for them and read it, write it all down, and then give them a reading later. Always ask, see if any names spring to mind, see if anything, names or dates spring to mind. So this is obviously a summer flower. It's raining now a little bit, so that would be June, July and August, I think. So look for an anniversary in the June, July and August. I have a big anniversary in July. I have a brother's birthday, so that's a big anniversary for me. So you can pick something that you are drawn to yourself and see how you can interpret it to how you are feeling at the moment, as I've done with this. Or you can pick something with someone else in mind and read it for them, or you can just pick one for someone and practice reading each other's flowers. This is how easy it is to read something. It's not difficult. The reason that I take so long to get to the practical issues is that Spirit can only use what we know. So how we feel about the colour red or the colour pink, that's what Spirit will use to interpret from us. However we feel about auras, colours are a good one, obviously, auras and chakras, all of these things, Spirit can only use what we know, and they do. So the more that we know, the more that we've learned, and the more confident we are, the more confident we can be in what we're receiving. So I think the relationship is damaged. If you look at this, the love relationship is damaged. It's not quite over at the moment, because a little bit of pink there, so it's still a bit of dark pink to suggest that feelings are still there. But personally, I doubt if the state of this rose, if anything, can survive, and petals are falling off it as I talk to you. Please let me know if you see anything else in here that I don't, if you can read something else that I have not seen on here. I haven't really looked at the stamen thing here, so that again could tell you something else is going on. Maybe that it's trying to replant, trying to regrow, or maybe horrendously, maybe it's saying I'll be back, which I don't think any of us want. So there's my interpretation of that one, and that's how easy it is. Just use your, once you have been through, you don't need to do the other chapters of the book, but I find it really interesting to learn your own emotions, what things mean to you. For instance, I'm still having a lot of spiders, big spiders, and I think I get the big spiders because I don't kill the little ones, and the big ones come in to feed on the little ones. So, and that means like a web of deceit. There's things going on around me, and I think it was probably self-deceit for me. So I'm not sure anybody's been actively deceitful, but definitely self-deceit. But time will tell. Excuse me. So this was my second one. This is more of a winter flowering thing. This comes up about now, doesn't it? I don't think it ever dies. I think you just have to chop it all down as it changes colour. So again, I've picked pink because I feel I need pink. I need a bit of love. I need a bit of self-love, and I need a little bit of self-forgiveness for putting myself back in the drama triangle. So you can look at this, and it's got 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's got a lot. 4, 5, 6. It's got about 7 stems coming off it if I include the little ones. So that's 3. 6. Oh, I'm going to double that. Probably there's about a dozen things going on there. So it suggests there's quite a lot of emotions going on inside me at the moment, with all of these stems. At least they're short stems. They are little tiny stems here. Little tiny stems. So all of these emotions, that one there, they are little, attached to little ones. So all of these little emotions, they're not going to be big. Emotions that I can't control. I am going to be in control of these, but there's just going to be lots and lots of emotions flooding through with various things going on. So let's hope there's some happy emotions in there as well as frustrated ones. So we're going. So tiny flowers like these, we call them tiny flowers. They're all individually, all individually tiny. Where are we? A tiny flower may suggest a time to look carefully at the small stuff, which I wouldn't argue with, while a large flower may indicate a time it is time to enjoy success. So a seasonal flower from the garden, that's mine, may indicate a significant month or season. We've already talked about that. A forced flower from a florist may suggest impatience, or that someone likes or needs to be in the present or needs something now. It may be forced for a wedding or a celebration. So during meditation, which we will be doing before I leave, ask the students what do they feel the flowers mean, because feeling and interpretation is much more relevant than logically giving an interpretation. So this has got such a lot going on for it. I hope these all represent people in my life, the positive people, and I think that this you can count the leaves as well. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, so many leaves. So I like this. It gives me confidence that there's going to be a lot of people around, that there's going to be a lot of growth around me, spiritual growth and relationship growth. And I like the pale pink as well. We've got some pale pink there and some dark pink, because that suggests that I'm not thinking about external love, but it certainly means to me to give myself lots and lots of love during this period where I'm not feeling very happy with myself. So to give myself lots of love and healing, and probably meditate and ask spirit, light some candles and sage the house, which I will be doing after this. Maybe I should have done it before this. So I will sage and get rid of this negative energy that I'm feeling and meditate. So most of these are my interpretations of the flowers, and what I consider them to be, and how they are, and what they mean to me. Please use your own interpretations. Your own interpretations are always best. So consider what this flower would mean to you, what the leaves would mean, what the colours would mean. The pale pink here, and then we've got the deeper pink there. So it's always a personal interpretation, which is why if you go back to what we've been learning and talking about, is how to interpret things through our feelings. I think we're using the auras and the chakras and the colours and whatever else we used. It's been a long time ago now, which is why you need to order my book. As soon as I get an agent, it's all in there. So anyway, I want you to do pick a flower, do find a flower. It can even be a picture of a flower. Flower cards are very popular as well, so you can use those. So these are my interpretations of what's going on. But please think about your own. If your grandfather loved daffodils, clairvoyantly, daffodils may represent Grandad in spirit, but not necessarily your Grandad. So if you see a yellow daffodil, or you give it a, you may think that the recipient of your message is getting a message from their grandfather, because everything's linked, and spirit never waste what we know. Spirit never waste what we know. They will always use all of our knowledge. So what else do you need to know? Okay, now this is an exercise and meditation for reading flowers. I've done my 30 minutes. I've waffled on for 30 minutes. So we're going to do a meditation in the next video. So we're going to ask you to visualize or come back and literally hold a flower, because we want to be holding a flower or visualizing a flower or a flower card during the meditation, to see what you get from that card flower. and who you might feel it might be relevant for. It might not necessarily be for someone here in the group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my pink out now. I'm going to send all of these lots of little buds out into the universe to apologise to the person that I've been stuck in the drama triangle with. Not physically, because I'm not ready for that, but emotionally I will send her the love of all these little growths from my part in what's happened. I'll be back with part 2, which is the meditation. Bring a flower with you, or flower cards, bring anything with you so you can work through it with me. And see you all in a short while. Thank you.